Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to explore something new.
Awesome. So today we're diving into something that's been making headlines and frankly freaking some people out.
Yeah, I can see why. It's a pretty big topic.
It is. We're talking about AI
Yeah.
and what it means for, well, your job.
The future of work in the age of artificial intelligence. Should be interesting.
We're using some really cool insights from TrendTalk USA, which is always looking at the latest trends.
Always a good source.
Yeah, I mean, get this, TrendTalk predicts that by like 2025, 80% of Amazon's customer service is going to be handled by bots.
80%.
80%. That's a huge chunk of jobs potentially gone. So we're going to break it all down, figure out what jobs AI is going to change the most, what new opportunities are coming up because of AI, and most importantly, how to make sure your skills are future-proof. So no robot steals your job, you know.
Right, no robot takeover.
Exactly. All right, so first things first. I think there's this idea that AI is just a problem for, like, factory workers,
Yeah.
the jobs where robots could just do the same thing over and over.
Right, sort of the classic assembly line image.
Yeah, exactly. But Trend Talk is saying it's way more than that. They
Yeah.
mentioned customer service, obviously, with that Amazon staff, but then also, like, freelancers,
Yeah.
bloggers, video editors, even lawyers.
It's really about the type of task, not the job title. AI is particularly good at things that are repetitive, data-heavy, that sort of thing. Like, think about a lawyer reviewing contracts or a blogger researching a topic. A lot of that can be automated now.
Yeah, that makes sense. But, there's this quote from a graphic designer in Trend Talk, a guy named Michael, and he said, even though AI can, like, pump out logos in seconds, his clients still want that human touch from him. What's that all about?
That's a really good point, and it sort of highlights the limits of AI, at least for now. AI is not so good at things that require creativity, or empathy, that gut feeling you get when you're making a complex decision. Jobs that need those very human skills are, I'd say, relatively safe. For now.
For now. That's the key phrase, right?
Exactly. AI is constantly learning, constantly evolving.
That's actually a perfect transition because the next thing Trend Talk gets into is like how AI isn't just replacing jobs, it's creating entirely new ones, jobs that didn't even exist a few years ago.
It's true. The landscape is shifting in a big way.
Big time. So some examples, prompt engineers, AI ethics officers, even robot trainers. And some of these new jobs, like those prompt engineers, can make serious bank, like up to $175,000 a year.
Mhm.
So like, what do these people even do?
Well, think of it this way. AI is a super powerful tool, but it needs someone to, well, tell it what to do. That's where prompt engineers come in. They're the ones who can speak to the AI. They write really specific instructions, they're called prompts, and they guide the AI towards like a particular goal.
Okay, so they're basically like AI whisperers.
You could say that. They need to understand the nuances of both the human world and the AI world. It's a bridge between the two.
That's super interesting. So like, imagine a prompt engineer who's working with an AI that helps doctors.
Exactly. They have to make sure the AI is understanding, say, medical images correctly, but also they need to make sure the AI is following all the rules about, patient privacy and all the ethical considerations that go along with healthcare.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about the human stuff too.
It's both. It has to be.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So prompt engineers, got it.
Yeah.
What about these AI ethics officers? It sounds like a job from a sci-fi movie.
It does have a futuristic ring to it, but it's a very real thing, and it's going to become even more important as AI gets more powerful. These are the people who are making sure AI is being used ethically, thinking about like bias in algorithms, unintended consequences.
Like making sure the robots don't take over.
That's part of it. But really, it's about making sure AI is being developed and used responsibly for the benefit of everyone. It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
And robot trainers. Do they like teach the robots karate?
Ha. Not quite, though that would be cool to see. Robot trainers work on the, let's say, more practical side of things, teaching robots how to, like, actually perform tasks in the real world. Imagine a robot in a warehouse. It has to be able to, navigate obstacles. Or a care robot that's assisting someone in their home. There are so many variables in real-world environments that it's a really specialized field.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we've got a sense of the new jobs being created.
Mhm.
But Trend Talk is pretty clear that we all need to be ready to adapt. They even give some, like, really practical tips on how to future-proof your career.
Yeah, they have some good advice in there. I mean, none of this is like set in stone. The whole point is that things are changing fast and we need to be ready to change with them.
Exactly. So the first tip they give is to like actually learn some of these AI tools? They mentioned ChatGPT and Midjourney as good places to start.
Yeah, those are good starting points. Learning to use AI tools is, it's like learning a new language. It's a way to be able to communicate with and really leverage the power of AI.
Communicate with AI. That's kind of a mind-blowing concept when you really think about it.
It is. The possibilities are pretty incredible.
Totally. So if ChatGPT is like the language of AI, what can you actually do with it?
Oh, so much. I mean, you can think of it as your research assistant. It can help you gather information, synthesize it, even generate different creative text formats like poems, codes, scripts, musical pieces, email, letters, etc. I mean, it's really remarkable.
Okay, so if ChatGPT is your research assistant, then what's Midjourney?
Think of it as your creative collaborator. You can use it to create images based on textual descriptions.
So you can basically tell what you want to see and it creates it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's still in its early stages, but the results can be pretty amazing.
That's wild. Okay, so learning those tools is one way to adapt. What else does Trend Talk recommend?
So the next big tip is to, well, double down on the skills that AI, at least for now, is not so good at.
Okay, so like the human stuff we were talking about earlier.
Exactly. Things like negotiation, or creative problem solving, leadership, anything that requires that human touch. Those skills are going to be in high demand because AI hasn't quite mastered them. It's really your competitive advantage as things change.
So become less like a robot, more like a human.
Huh. I like that. Yes. Focus on your human strengths.
Okay, got it. Now their last tip, and this one seems really important, is to stay critical of AI. Trend Talk makes a big point of saying, like, don't just accept what the AI tells you, fact check it.
Absolutely. I mean, AI is a tool, a very powerful tool, but it's still a tool. It can make mistakes. It can have biases based on its programming, or even misunderstand what you're asking it to do.
So just because it sounds smart.
Doesn't mean it always is. Having that healthy skepticism, that critical thinking, it's going to be more and more important as we navigate this AI world.
So the big takeaway from Trend Talk is that, like, AI might not take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI might. It's a little bit of a wake-up call, I guess.
I wouldn't say it's a wake-up call. I think it's an invitation. An invitation to, learn about AI, its strengths, its weaknesses, and to, figure out how it can work for you, how it can empower you in your work.
I love that, yeah. An invitation. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into AI and the future of work for today. Hopefully you're feeling a little more informed, maybe a little less intimidated by all this.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
It really is. But, thinking about all this and how fast things are changing, what existing jobs do you think are going to be transformed by AI in the next few years? The jobs that we're not even thinking about yet. There's something to ponder, right?
Let us know your thoughts, and we'll be back soon with another deep dive. This time, we're going deep into the world of deepfakes. Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, deepfakes are pretty crazy. We'll be talking about the challenges they pose for, like truth and authenticity online. Until then, stay curious.
See you next time.